Welcome back to the Stephen A. Smith Show. I'd like to transition to one of my favorite subjects, and that is, of course, all the reasons why the Dallas Cowboys will not be winning the Super Bowl again this year. I'm going to waste too much of your time, but I just want to let that pause for a second here because I know there's a whole bunch of Cowboy fans out there sitting up there watching, listening. Oh, get the hell out of here. We're going to do it. We're going to finally do it. You know we're going to win the Super Bowl next year, right? You know we're going to win the Super Bowl next year, right? You've been saying that since 1995. It ain't happened then. It ain't happened since, and it damn sure ain't going to happen now. But I got 5 reasons to tell you why. Rather than just laughing in your face like I love to do, trolling you like I love to do, instead, I'll tell you now. Let's start with number 5 on the list. Please give it to me right here. Bam! The San Francisco 49ers. You know you ain't better than them, right? You know they're superior at the quarterback position, superior at the running back position, superior at the wide receivers position, superior as a defensive unit as well. When you saw them, they stomped you. They beat you down like you stole something, 42-0. And oh, by the way, as quick and as fast and as athletic as you are, the problem is you don't have them big boys, those meat and potato dudes, to really stymie a team with a vaunted running attack. They got one with the best running back in football, and Christian McCaffrey, who's a league MVP candidate. You ain't beating the San Francisco 49ers. That's one of the 5 reasons. Top 5, I got them at number 5. Let's go to number 4 on the list. Please give it to me right now. Bam! Road games. You're undefeated at home. On the road is where your 4 losses occurred. You see, you struggle on the road. It's a difficult thing for you. You struggled at Arizona. You struggled at San Francisco, got annihilated, by the way. You struggled at the Philadelphia Eagles at Lincoln Financial Field. And you got beat up in Orchard Park, Western New York, against the Buffalo Bills Sunday, just yesterday. When you go on a road, you're allergic to prosperity. You can't handle it. You can't handle the pressure. You feel it. You feel it. Did you know that as Cowboy fans, your team has only won 1 playoff game in their last 30 tries, last 30 years rather? 1. And that was against Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers last year. Other than that, you don't win games on the road come postseason time. And since you lost yesterday to the Buffalo Bills, you ain't gonna win the division, which means you're gonna have to go on the road, which means you ain't gonna lose it, you ain't gonna win again. Let's go to top 3 on the list, please. Give it to me. Bam! Penalties. You notice how I wrote here immaturity? DeMarcus Lawrence, remember all of that talk he was talking about? We're going to stomp on you. We're going to stomp on you again. We're going to stomp on you again. Remember that? And then he commits a roughing the passer penalty against Josh Allen. They were about to kick a field goal because they were about to be stopped. And his stupid penalty gave them a first down, let them continue their drive, and they scored a touchdown. These kind of things count against you. The Dallas Cowboys lead the league in penalties. It's what they do. Very, very undisciplined. You're not winning that way. That's why it's on that list. Let's go to number 2 on the list. Please give it to me right now. Bam. Run defense. Did I mention that they gave up over 250 yards, 269 yards rushing to be exact? Did I mention some guy named James Cook ran for 225 himself from scrimmage? Did I mention the fact that he ran roughshod all over them? Just like Arizona did, just like San Francisco did. When the Dallas Cowboys lose games, you know why? It's because you can run the football on them, which means Micah Parsons and the crew can't rush the passer because you're targeting him when you're running the football. And as a result, you don't know what to do. And that's why you lose. So that's top 2 right there. That ain't the number 1 thing on the list as to why the Dallas Cowboys will not win the Super Bowl this year. You know what number 1 is, right? You know who's to blame for the Dallas Cowboys losing yet again, right? Because it's coming. Give me number 1, please. Bam. Fans, y'all sorry behinds. You see, you would think by this time you would try an alternative plan, that you would use your senses, that you would reach the conclusion that maybe if we just shut the hell up and let them play and not attach expectations to them, they might finally not feel the pressure and actually be able to get something done. But no, you got to stick out your chest. No, we're going to win the Super Bowl next year, right? No, we're going to win the Super Bowl next year, ready? You won't shut the hell up. And they can't deal with the pressure. They can't take it. because they can't live up to expectations of playing in Jerry World, in the $1 billion playpen, with the star in the helmet, with the best cheerleaders in the business. They can't handle it. Jerry Jones can handle it because he's a marketing genius. Stephen Jones can handle it because he's a seed of Jerry Jones. But the players themselves that are called upon to produce can't gumption up the moxie, the nerve, the necessary poise when necessary to get the job done. And it's all y'all fault. That's the beauty of this. See, it wouldn't be as fun if I could point to the players. You know, Dak's a good guy. He's going through a lot in his life. He's overcome a lot in his life. He's a hell of a player. Dak's a good guy. Micah Parsons is my brother. Love Micah Parsons. He's a stud. Okay? Trevon Diggs, I wish he was healthy because he's sensational himself. I get it, but it's y'all. It's the fans. You're the reason why y'all gonna suck when it matters most. I told you this was going to happen when you went up against Philly. I told you this was going to happen when San Francisco beat you down. I told you it was going to happen when you went into Buffalo yesterday, but you wouldn't listen. Y'all fell for the okie doke when you saw me talk about how Dak was an MVP candidate. When I said the Dallas Cowboys could win the division. When I had the Dallas Cowboys as the second best team in the National Football League, elevating the level of expectations. You know why I elevated those levels of expectations? Because I knew they wouldn't be able to live up to it. Bam! They will plummet to the ground. I knew it. And y'all fell for it. It never fails. It never, ever fails. And guess what? I'm going to do it again. And you know what you're going to do? You're going to bite because you can't help it. Because you really want to believe they're going to finally win that Super Bowl. Look at these fans. I give this dude credit. I give this dude credit right here because he's trying to hide his identity. This dude right here, you can't tell his identity because of the glasses and the hat. But you can't hide. Look at this. Look at this right here. Look at these idiotic looking fans. You can't help yourself. You can't help yourself. He should hide. But you all will learn.